So on this video, I want to talk about spy apps and spoof numbers and how people can generate fake Facebook messages using your profile and stuff like that. And I wrote a couple of things down so I wouldn't forget. Okay, so a long time ago when I first heard about spy apps and I first learned how to do them, I was using free apps. It was only like one time I used the paid one, but it wasn't. In both cases, I had access to the actual phone or whatever. Now with the free ones, you actually have to have a person's phone and be able to install the APK spy app on their phone. You gotta check off all the stuff that you want in there, like the text messages. You want to see the incoming calls. You gotta check that you want to be able to use the camera or whatever. Like you're taking their phone and you're giving access to it. And then what you do is you when they ask you where do where you want to see this information, you put in your email address or whatever, and when you put in that email address and the password, you're able to just erase the fact that you put that app on there. You can hide it or whatever and delete it, and then from there, when you go to the actual site of the app that you put on there, and you can see every incoming call, every text message, even if they deleted it, every phone call. You can actually listen to, even if they're not on the phone, if they have their phone near them, you can hear the surrounding area of them talking and stuff like that. Those are just with the free apps, but with the free apps, it's a limitation. You can probably only hear like 10 calls a day or something like that, where when you pay, it's just unlimited. And then they actually have some apps that are like $100 something or whatever, $70 to $100. I haven't got that, but they have apps that are like $70 to $100 where you don't need the actual phone in order to listen in on that person talking. You just need their phone number or whatever. And I'm just telling you stuff like this. I don't do that anymore, but I'm just telling you guys stuff like this so you know that what the government is capable of. Now, I got some information before, like when you're being gang stalked, some of the things they do. And of course, when I hear something, I go back and research it. The government can actually mirror your phone, which means they can do screen mirroring, which means that while you're on the phone, they could be on a computer somewhere and they can see everything that you're doing online or whatever, as if it's on your screen through the computer. I heard about that. Let me look at some of the stuff I wrote down. Okay, so like one of the things I know about like Google, if you go to Google, like your main account, and you look like at through the history of everything you did online, it'll show every app that you downloaded. It'll show everything you typed in, and through that mic, sometimes when you press the mic and you're like on the internet, you're like, what restaurants are near me, or what clubs are open near me, and they'll go to it. They can hear you through that mic, so that's why it's good to like turn it off if you don't want to be listened to or record or whatever. And sometimes it can actually record even when you don't say that through the mic or whatever. So it's good to turn it off and turn off your location history. Another thing I learned, fake text messages. Like I told y'all before, I used to do little pranks and stuff like that, and I'll talk more about this on my second video. But you can take someone's number and actually text somebody else using that person's number. So that's why people have to be very careful. You can call somebody else using another person's number. Like it was a lady online who talked about, she kept calling her daughter, and her daughter was actually in college, taking a test or something, and she couldn't get back with her mother, and she turned her phone off. And what happened is that a guy who had been watching them or watching the daughter, he had actually called using the daughter's number, but he was nowhere near the daughter. And he called the mother, and he was like, I need ransom money. I got your daughter, whatever. She's tied up. It looked like he was using her phone number or whatever, because that's what he put in. And she was like, oh my gosh. And so she sent the money. And after she sent the money, her daughter later called her, because she kept calling her daughter after that too, after she sent the money. And her daughter was like, called her later and was like, Mom, what's up? And she was like, what happened? I sent the money. Are you okay? And she was like, Mom, I was in class taking a test. What are you talking about? And so that's how a scam that they have going on, whatever. And if I find that again online, I'll try to link it, but I couldn't find it. I just remember what they said on there. Another one is if you get numbers, like my phone number is starts with 713-302, blah 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 blah. And I'll notice that people that call sometimes will have the same six numbers on there. Like you'll say 713-302, and then other numbers. Those are people playing on your phone. Even if you answer and it's an automated name or something like that or not, it's like people feel that if you see a number that's similar to yours, you'll be like, hey, what's going on? And you'll answer it or whatever. That's somebody playing a game. What else? Oh, they have fake been verified. Like, you know how celebrities on Instagram, they have like the little check mark by their name or whatever. They actually have apps that can give you a fake check mark or whatever by your name. So you have to really be careful. It's a lot of people that's running scams and cons out here. That's another one. They have fake Facebook messages where you can actually set up an account and act like you're that person or whatever using a fake profile and send messages from their account, or you can just act like somebody has sent you a message on Facebook. Just look up fake Facebook messages or spoof Facebook messages or whatever. You can do anything. Listen, I already told you guys that you can, like, for example, let me give you this. It's like they have apps where, like, if you wanted to act like, if somebody didn't like me, let's say somebody didn't like me and they were jealous of me and my new boyfriend's relationship, they could actually use my phone number if they knew it, and they can send a text message to my new boyfriend if I'm not around him and act like I'm with him or whatever just by using my number. You'd be like, yeah, your girl with me or something like that, and using my number like we're together. So you have to really, really be careful, and it's good to know about this type of stuff because a lot of people play a lot of games and stuff like that. They already talked about the spam numbers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, you just have to be really, really be careful, and it's always good to try to, like, when you're not using your phone, it's always good to kind of cover up the camera. Like, I cover up my camera now all the time when I'm not making a video like this. Otherwise, I'll take clear tape and I'll put it over the camera. It's a app that my sister used to use when she was younger. It's a pedophile app. I can't think of the name of it, but I think it's called Time the Cat or something like that. Something like that. Where it's like you go on there and it's an animated cat, and you'll say like something like, you want to go to the store today, and the cat will repeat, do you want to go to the store today? And everything you say, it's funny or whatever, but everything you say, he constantly repeats in an automated voice. And they said that if you look really, really close through the eye of the cat, it's a man in there, because he knows a lot of kids are looking at it, and he'll be looking and just looking at the kids or whatever, because they can see through the app, through the camera. So that's just something to be more aware of. People are very, very into cunning and scams and stuff like that. It's good not to leave your credit card information online unless you know it's secure, because we're always being watched. That's just something to think about. So I just wanted to put that out there so you guys can be more aware. I'm gonna make another video about the my experience and stuff like that with the prank app. So this is the first one, part 1.